Hello, my friends, and welcome to Studio Day Jeffrey, where today's exercise, you can call it a mock draft if you want to, or you could call this a Dallas Cowboys War Room Simulation. What we're going to do is knowing what we know about what the Cowboys need, knowing what we know about the Cowboys pre-draft 30 visitor list, knowing the positions that they're hunting and the players that they're interested in, we're going to do our best. I will inject some opinion here because I don't want to see the Cowboys screw things up. Or maybe I won't inject so much opinion as I will, I'll try to stay true to the sort of trends and things that they do in the draft, but I will use my evaluations of players to decide who to pick. But we can take a look at how this thing could very possibly look for the Cowboys because we now know the 30 visit list, which helps us narrow down what position groups are they interested in and what rounds might they be interested in said position groups because we know which players are on it, which tells us, hey, where are those guys going to be drafted? And we can get to the bottom of all this. So that's what we're going to do. And I will tell you, this is the year that so far, I'm surprised, it is April 13th, and they still haven't signed a guy that could be a starting left guard. And I still think they haven't signed a guy who you'd be comfortable being your third wide receiver, especially considering Gallup's going to miss some time maybe. So right now, is James Washington your second wide receiver? That's not good. So they haven't even followed their own mantra necessarily, where they prepare to draft and they're not forced to do anything. Right now, they are forced to try to find a starting left guard. So that's one of your first 2 or 3 picks. And they are forced to try to find a third wide receiver. And that's not even their own mantra. They shouldn't have done that. There may be trades coming. Maybe they are planning to flip a pick or two for a player at one of those positions. But we'll see, because otherwise they are putting a whole lot of eggs in the 2022 NFL draft basket in terms of being able to find a third wide receiver, a starting left guard, Dalton Schultz's heir apparent. They would like to find a linebacker. They would like to find a contributing defensive lineman. That's a lot to ask when in most drafts you're going to hit in the first, maybe in the second, maybe in the third, maybe one more pick somewhere in the draft. They're going to make this thing real interesting. Now, Captain Trade Down will try to ride to try to fix some of these issues. I think you guys know that. Let me kick the old mock drafter over here so that if you're watching on the YouTube or on Believe, you can see this bad boy. And if you're listening in audio form, I'll do my best to try to explain what's going on. And by the way, as some of you may already know, our partners at Bet Online continue to be the number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. I tell you what I'm not going to bet on is the Texas Rangers to ever win a baseball game. Come on, guys! But you can find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, even next season's futures. Good luck to the Boston Celtics. The Brooklyn Nets as a 7 seed is unfair to the whole world. MLB is back. Go pick who you want to win the World Series. It's Bet Online. It's super easy to get started. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use the promo code BLEAV, BLEAV. Get 50% welcome bonus on that first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Okay, here we go. We're mock drafting. Enter draft. I'm still just doing 4 rounds. I'll do 7 at some point. I promise. We're going to start the draft. Go. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Oh, look at Andrew Booth, the Clemson corner, going number 23. And look at the Patriots stealing a Cowboys visit list guy in Traylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas. Jameson Williams, the Steelers take at 20. Drake London, Cowboy visitor at number 14 to the Baltimore Ravens. So, we're on the clock for the Cowboys in the first round. The guys that I am looking for, because I believe it's the guys that they are looking for, based on who they've had visit pre-draft. Drake London is gone. Traylon Burks is gone. Ohio State wide receiver Chris Olave is gone. Those are their pre-draft visitor wide receivers, which means I will look at the other first-round visitors they had, and that would be on the offensive line. Kenyon Green, offensive guard, Texas A&M. Zion Johnson, offensive guard, Boston College. We are going to follow our breadcrumbs. Bernard Raymond, by the way, Central Michigan offensive tackle. 2 years ago, he was a tight end. It's a little high for me at number 24. This is where you have to decide. Am I doing what I think the Cowboys would do, or am I doing what Jeff wants to do? And I'm going to blend the two. Now, is Kenyon Green gone? No, I think they just have him ranked lower. Kenyon Green. Let's sort through positions here. Interior O-line. We do have Tyler Linderbaum. We do have Zion Johnson. We do have Kenyon Green. We have all three of those guys available. So, perhaps Captain Trade Down can ride here. The Packers at 28 want to trade? That sounds amazing. Is there a wide receiver they're coming after? I don't even care. Captain Trade Down's trying to ride here. Sure, you can have 28, or you can have 24. I'll take 28. But I also want, I don't have the chart in front of me, but it'll be close. I'll take a second rounder and give them a third rounder? I need to find, if I could get an extra second rounder, that'd be hot. Let's go, I want number 53. You can have number 88. I'm moving up 35 places for moving down 4 places. Packers have accepted the trade. They were taking Bernard Raymond. We lose Nakobe Dean, we lose Tyler Linderbaum, but we still have our choice of offensive linemen. I will follow the Cowboys protocols and not select Sky Moore. I will. You're welcome, KD Drummond, Patrick Walker, you jerks, just out here smashing dreams. But Cowboys visitor and my number one interior offensive lineman in this class, well, number one guard, Linderbaum would be a number one interior offensive lineman. We're going to take Zion Johnson, and we are going to get our starting left guard. Bow. Now we have 2 second-round picks, but we don't have a third-round pick, unless somebody wants to come trade with us. And I will be looking at a wide receiver if I can find one, because I believe they would be doing that as well. Jalen Tolbert, South Alabama. That is an option, but again, South Alabama may not be an option for the Cowboys. So that may not be something that I can do here. Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia. That is a Cowboys 30 visit guy. That is a possibility here. Oh, yeah, let me do that. Let me reset that real quick for you guys. So guys who have visited the Cowboys that are available here, Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia. They have 3 other linebackers on their visit list, so they are looking for a linebacker. Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle from Georgia, is gone. The other D tackles on their list are DeMarvin Leal at A&M and Perrion Winfrey at Oklahoma. Perrion Winfrey is right here and available for you. Maybe a little early for me, though. DeMarvin Leal is also available right here. So you do have the potential to pick either one of those. I'll tell you right now, I'm leaning Quay Walker. Let me look at their rankings. Sam Williams, the defensive end at Ole Miss. Majai Sanders, the defensive end at Cincinnati. I'm not going to take any of the tight ends that they brought in the second round, so we'll talk about them next in the third round. So if I want a visitor, I would be looking at, I think it's early for Sam Williams. It's early for Majai Sanders. I actually think it might be early for DeMarvin Leal and Perrion Winfrey. To me, from their visitors, this is an easy choice, and the answer is it may not be going in the order that you want to go in necessarily, but I am taking Georgia linebacker Quay Walker just as soon as I find where they have him ranked. There he is. We are taking Quay Walker. And now we have an extra second-round pick. Oh, what's that, Green Bay? You want this pick? Oh, you want this pick? Sure. What are you going to give me? I will take, what if I want number 88 back? Here we go. I want back in the third round. Dude, we're having fun now. I'm going to let them come up from 59 to 56, and then I'm going to turn my number 129 into 92. And I'm doing this without even seeing what they're picking. They have taken, they're going for Nick Benito. Which, again, because it's a Cowboys game, I couldn't do that because I'm trying to follow their strategy here. But Nick Bonito is a really fun pass rush prospect. All right, who have I picked so far? That's my favorite thing about me is I always forget who I've already picked. Quay Walker, Zion Johnson. So we got the linebacker, and we got our starting left guard. Now, as I'm looking here, I want to see what the wide receiver spot looks like here. There are good options at wide receiver. I like Jalen Tolbert. I kind of like Alec Pierce, Khalil Shakir, John Mechie. The thing is that might even stretch. That might stretch. I could go somewhere else if I want to. But where? D-line, edge. We'll go. Where are we now? We're still in the second round. I got to make something happen here. I don't think I like their rankings. We're looking at all positions. Linebacker's good. I'll tell you what, Abraham Lucas, if you want to double up on the offensive line, I don't hate that at all. They haven't visited him, but the Cowboys have been talking about the offensive line. They did visit 3 offensive tackles, and I'm just trying to find a second-round graded player here. So I've already got a guard. Gosh, I guess Pro Football Focus and my rankings aren't too dissimilar because I'm struggling to find second-round rated players. But Abraham Lucas, the offensive tackle at Washington State, is one of them, so I'm going to take Abraham Lucas. How about that? You guys okay with attacking this offensive line a little bit? You okay with that? 92, I'm almost forced because I haven't done it yet. I'm going to go get my wide receiver. But I lost my wide receiver. I was hoping for John Mechie. This is how the draft goes, ladies and gentlemen. I lost my wide receiver, and Cowboys Nation is going to hate me forever. Justin Ross, it's really the injury history. Wan'Dale Robinson is kind of a gadgety slot guy, but I'm open to that too. We'll go Justin Ross. That could turn into a really good pick. It could. Did I give away my 4th? I did. I gave away my 4th. Okay, so trying to... Oh, you know what? I didn't... Damn it. Gosh, and I don't believe in redoing things. We took Justin Ross, and that's fine. Oh, no, you know what? In the 4th round, I could have taken a tight end. So just add an addendum to the end of this that in the next round, or maybe it would be the 5th round, I probably wouldn't be able to get him. If you want to be more realistic, they need a wide receiver so bad. But maybe you flip that late 3rd round pick and turn that into Jeremy Ruckert, the tight end at Ohio State, or Jelani Woods, the tight end at Virginia. And maybe that would be a little bit better. You know what? I'm going to have to do this again, guys, because I didn't do the trades right. Because I kept using my trade downs to also trade up with a later pick. So I never actually added picks. I had 4 picks in the first 4 rounds. I moved some of them up and some of them down. But what I needed to do is just add without subtracting. So I would have needed to go down further and not given back a 3rd round pick on one of my trades. Okay, I see what's happening here, which is fine. Draft's not today. But the results of this one were Zion Johnson, your new starting left guard. Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia. Abraham Lucas, offensive tackle, Washington State. And Justin Ross, wide receiver, Clemson. That is what you ended up with. Go ahead, leave in the comments where I screwed it up. Let me know what an idiot I am. And Cowboys, by the way, either flip a pick for a starting guard or a starting wide receiver, or sign a starting guard or a starting wide receiver, because we're going into this draft kind of naked. We're going into this draft knowing that if it went like that, I'm going, oh, dang it. We didn't get the tight end we needed, or we didn't get the wide receiver we needed. We can't be going into the draft naked here. Get it together, Cowboys. Sign a guy, or two guys. Or else. You guys like when people say or else? Like, what does that even mean? What am I saying to you when I say or else? What are you going to do about it? But anyway, that's the party for the day. I love you guys. You can hear me on the Ben and Skin Show on 97.1 The Eagle this weekend, next week, playing around, fiddle farting on the radio while they've got people out. And this show is presented by Bet Online. Remember, you have no idea what anyone is going through, so be cool to everyone. I love you. Bye.